What is up? We are live here at the offices of Scarce City. I am your host, Chris Tremount, Chief Executive Pleb at Scarce City. We've got a banger of an event planned for you today. 4 sales going on, all celebrating the beauty of the bee. Let's get through them. I want to give you a quick overview of all of this beautiful bee goodness. So first up, the main event, ZETRA114.7.1. This is an original painting by none other than ZETRA, who will be joining us shortly to get behind the art, tell us his story. This is a first edition of a series of 7. Each of the editions will be unique in their own ways. We'll hear about all the details from the man himself. This auction, as well as all the other sales, they end on Sunday starting at 1800 UTC. That's 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. They will end in series, but the first one ends then. And this is live. We are accepting bids, so come on in. We got a bid pending from Webmaster already. All right, what else we have going on? So if you can't afford the original painting, maybe you're lacking wall space, ZETRA has another product for you. It's the ZETRA114.7.1. This is a screen printed t-shirt. Check out the back of this thing, made by ZETRA himself. The price on this one starts at 194,000 sats, goes up 1,000 sats with each purchase. What else is important here? Let's see. Oh, number 1 goes to the winner of the original painting. And the first hour is exclusively reserved for those in the Scarce City Banter channel, as well as those listening to this live stream. I'll give you the invite code here. Early access code is what we're calling it. Let me copy paste this thing so I don't screw it up. All right. You want in, tag it B. That's a capital T, capital I, capital B. That'll give you early access within the first hour. Then we'll open it up to all. So get in early. All right. So what else do we have going on? We got this beautiful OG Bitcoin collector's item. It's the Kialara. I'm probably pronouncing that terribly wrong. I'll have to figure that out at some point during this stream. Kialara, if you're in the chat, tell me I'm doing it wrong. Tell me I'm doing it right. 2015 original, 1 BTC with gold. It is unfunded. This is an epic collector's item. It's a cold storage wallet. It does not come loaded with BTC, but of course you can use it to store your BTC. We'll get into the details of this in just a bit. Also open for bidding. Also ending at 1800 UTC on Sunday. What else? That's not it. We more. Celebrating a beautiful moment in Bitcoin history. It's the Diario El Salvador's La Ley Bitcoin edition. This is the newspaper communicating the news of El Salvador officially adopting Bitcoin as legal tender. On what date? This was June 9th, 2021. This is auctioned off by the folks at Crypto Cloaks. They did a Twitter auction yesterday, and this is the second of the 3 editions that they'll be auctioning off. Also ending on Sunday at the same time in sequence. All funds here, besides shipping costs, they go directly to Bitcoin Beach and Bitcoin devs. Not being kept up by us, not being kept up by Crypto Cloaks. All going to the cause of Bitcoin. We're accepting bids here. Get in there. All right. So that's the overview. Oh, in case you're new here, I do want to give you a quick rundown of how to participate in these auctions. Come down here, input how much you want to bid in sats. We do the sats math for you here. We tell you how much you'll have to deposit in collateral. We got these arrows here for you to adjust however you want. We just need an email address from you to verify the winner and refund your sats at the end. if it's your first time placing a bid with that email address, we'll ask for a display name. That's what actually shows up in the bid table here. Your email address stays private. And from here, once you select place bid, we'll give you some more important information, and then you'll be directed to BTC Pay Server to pay an invoice of your required bid deposit. You can pay on Lightning for instant, cheap, anonymous transactions. You can also pay on-chain, but you will pay fees on that. We do require confirmation on those on-chain transactions, and we just disable on-chain transactions within the final 10 minutes of the auction. Now, if you know you want to really win this thing, what you should do is you should register. You just create a password. You verify that the email address you inputted is actually your email address. And from there, you have the option to, first of all, you'll get 4 bid deposits on your second and sequential bids. But you also have the option to pay a one-time deposit. For this auction, is 250,000 sats, about 83 USD. And then you can place unlimited bids, okay? You don't have to worry about depositing BTC with every bid. So a nice, easy option for you there. All right, that's all the important stuff I want to talk about. Let's get into the meat of this. I'm going to welcome on our special guest, ZETRA. ZETRA, how you?
Hey, Chris. Thanks for having me. Everything good?
Thanks for coming on. Yeah, everything is great, man. I'm looking forward to this sale. I've been super stoked. I mean, I've been following your work, of course, for a while, and been a big fan from the beginning. But seeing what you put together for this auction, upon first look, I was just blown away by this, I think, masterpiece. Super excited to see this auction unfold. Thank you so much for giving us the honor of auctioning it off.
I have some connection problems, Chris, I have to tell you, but I hope this will get better soon.
Okay, well, you're coming through pretty clear on my end, so we'll do our best here.
Okay. Yeah, thanks for the kind words. I heard something, you're a fan of the work, and yeah, let's start this.
Cool, man. Well, let's start off with your background. I'd first love to hear about how you got into Bitcoin. Specifically, what about your background predisposed you to eventually get into Bitcoin, and what is your origin story into Bitcoin?
Yeah, actually, I heard about Bitcoin already in 2010, I think. It was on a tech blog. I was reading through it and saw something, okay, Bitcoin, a digital currency, something new. And, you know, I thought about a gaming coin or something, so not that interesting for me. And I skipped the page, and this was the first, was the beginning, let's say. Do you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear.
I hear me too, but it's okay. So this was the first, meeting with Bitcoin, and it was a bad one. So I shouldn't have skipped the page, but then back to 2017, it was like, the hype going on was like Bitcoin at around 4,000 euro. And I was talking friends about Bitcoin, and I thought, I think I have to get involved and check out Bitcoin a little bit more. And it went to 20,000. Of course, I felt like an idiot. So in the beginning, for me, it was more like, okay, it's something, you know, you can invest in. Maybe it has some potential to grow your money. So this was the first intention, no? Then, I saw the $20,000 Bitcoin, and I went for a shitcoin. So a new thing, you know, I was not with many people that knew about Bitcoin already or something. So I was checking out some cheaper coins and guilty of shit coining. So, but yeah, that was the start to Bitcoin. And then, of course, over the years, I went deeper and went deeper down the rabbit hole, and I got it today, what Bitcoin is and means to the world. So yeah, actually, this was the story. Was never the financial guy, or not the with big investments done, and yeah, was more the creative guy, and yeah, that was it.
Yeah, I actually identify with that story a lot. I think very similar path that I took. I don't know if it was 2010, but around then, first hearing about Bitcoin, totally dismissed it at first. I think it's kind of ironic, but when I first heard about it, the prevailing narrative was that it was meant to be a medium of exchange. And I just didn't see that happening for a variety of different reasons. It was really the store of value narrative that I started hearing in early 2017 that made me realize, okay, this makes a little bit more sense, and got me into it. But here we are at Scarcity, turning Bitcoin into a medium of exchange after all.
Right.
I certainly dabbled with my shitcoinery as well. I think a lot of people can identify with that. It's amazing how similar people's introductions are when it comes to Bitcoin. But deeper down the rabbit hole, many, if not most, eventually find their way to really believing in Bitcoin as the future of this thing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
So I wanted to bring up, we talked to Ryer. God, I don't know. I can't keep track of time. I feel like it was a couple months ago. And if I remember correctly, I think he said that you introduced him to Bitcoin. Do I have that right?
Yeah, that's right. As he's a friend of mine, old friend of mine, like we know each other for 10 years, I think. So he was doing already his money art, the money paper stuff. And yeah, also, yeah, I thought I should introduce him to Bitcoin. Of course, he's a friend of mine, and I think all friend of mine and family and everybody, of course, I talked to them already about Bitcoin. But yeah, I introduced him, was like in the beginning of 2018, I think. I introduced him to the crypto Bitcoin space, and I think it influenced his art from there.
Yeah, that's that's amazing how that comes about. How you introducing him to Bitcoin transitioned his focus as an artist. And look at the work he is creating today. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it's
to
fantastic.
see both of you guys evolve as artists in this space is just a beautiful thing to watch. So
could have been the other way around, no? So
of course, yeah, exactly. So let's talk about your background as an artist. What kind of art were you creating before you got into Bitcoin art?
Yeah, let's go back to the very early days. I was always into drawing already as a little kid. I sat down before elementary school and was drawing something that came to my mind. And this continued. I started with friends, a graffiti crew in my youth. So we went around town and were painting walls. And this was the most influence for me, for my art. Yeah, for my art life, let's say. From there, I found myself pretty early in the fashion business. I was working with two friends on a streetwear label, a European streetwear label. We did that for 10 years. I was the creative head. And instead of painting my pieces on the walls, I now had it on t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies.
So this was another way for me to get my piece of fame. You know, this is it about in the hip hop culture to get the fame through your pieces and your artworks. And yeah, I express myself through my textile stuff. But then, like 10 years later, I left, and yeah, I was a graphic designer, and actually I was doing it for on the side, you know, like a hobby, gifting it to friends and stuff like that. But I always loved to have the spray can in hand, and so yeah, then actually it started with the Bitcoin again, that I really felt I have to, or with the, let's say with the Corona lockdown, I had more time again, and I went back to the roots, let's say, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, among all of the Bitcoin artist origin stories, I think the street art one is one of my favorites. It's so authentic to, you know, the counterculture that Bitcoin represents. Yeah, I can definitely see it in your style, right? Like you like the aerosols. I see, you know, the tag nature of your artwork. Was ZETRA, was that your what's the right term, like tag name back in the day when you were doing street art, or is that a newer name?
Not really. Was not. It's a newer name. I had it in my mind for years, and I took it out. Here I am as ZETRA.
Yeah, waiting for the right moment.
But I always loved the letters, so you know, it's yeah. I think they combine really well together. So yeah, had that in mind for a long time. Oh, the ring.
Awesome, man. Okay, so you have this background as an artist in textiles, graphic design. You're getting into Bitcoin 2017, 2018. What was kind of the moment that you realized you could merge these two passions?
Yeah, the moment was that it were two passions of mine. So I thought, why not combine it and do something for the Bitcoiners? Actually, I don't want to sound rude, but I don't like that much the original Bitcoin symbol. So I wanted to yeah, reimagine a little bit in my style, and yeah, in adding some colors, get some visual impact for the viewer, and yeah, combine those two things, because at the end, art is freedom. Bitcoin stands for freedom. So it's something that matches good together. Yeah, and I like the community, you know. I think every Bitcoiner, me included, I will have a nice collection later in time with some nice artworks. There are fantastic artists joining this whole space. So yeah, that was the intention, to do something for the Bitcoiners, for the living room, for, you know, just to hang it and have fun with it. But of course, I have stickers and stuff. I put them somewhere. You know, if people that are not into Bitcoin get the message also, then yeah, they should come in and join. It's about spreading the word, no?
Yeah, absolutely. We've got a question here in the chat I want to address from Friends of Satoshi. I don't know if you can see it on your end. Any chance you could speak to the ratios you used in creating your interpretation of the B symbol? Seems like there's a lot more there underneath the surface.
Okay, I see the question. I did not hear you right now, but I think you just read the question. Actually, you know, I sit on my computer and I was playing around, and I just wanted to, I had this Bitcoin B constructed and you know, it was made of many pieces. And I started with those stencil paintings. You know them. Just put it some layers on top of each other and created some colorful artworks there. And yeah, I was imagining that I would like to laser cut the whole thing, because yeah, it invited me to do that. And so I wanted to create a surrounding, and there's more cuts now. And yeah, the nice thing about it is that, you know, I painted one by one. In the end, you put it together, and you have something that also, for me, this is something maybe I would not have expected. And of course, I can change some stuff later on if I see something is not matching that good. But at the end, it's a surprise, you know. If you combine it, in the end, it's something that was not expected before.
Yeah, I can totally understand that, and it just came together beautifully, especially in this one. So it's interesting to hear that, you know, all your work that I've seen, and maybe there's other that I haven't seen, but it all does focus on the bee, right? Reimagining the bee as the logo for Bitcoin.
For now, it's the bee, yeah, because I think this is very, yeah, it's very ZETRA right now. So I don't know if I move on to something else later on, but with this bee, I think I will have some fun with it because I can do a lot with it, and I really like it, the shape and the small pieces involved. So yeah, just to have a small glimpse into the next stuff. This is a small one, but you can do stuff.
Check
like
that out. Hold on, let me put that on the big screen. Oh wow, look at that.
Yeah, this is just a sample for now, but you know, I want to. And you can stuff like this with it, no? So
absolutely.
This will be standing on your desktop maybe sometime.
I love it, man. It's you know, before seeing your work, I just had no idea how much versatility could be thrown into a simple letter, right? The bee, whether it's your paintings and all of the different ways you represent the bee in the paintings, but then the sculptures as well. There's no limit.
No, this is also this is not for sale yet, but this is something else I'm working on. So
yeah, check that out.
Just something, you know, you can put on your desk or on your sideboard. This will be also heavy, maybe also in concrete. There's lots of possibilities, you know. I have also the other ones. I have the prototype here. This is like 70 centimeters in height. So maybe this is coming next to Scarcity. I don't know.
All right, something to look forward to. Man, yeah. I'm getting a glimpse into your head right now. When I feel like you're just.
This is the ball actually from the big one.
So oh wow! All right, that's gonna scale up big time, huh?
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, that's something I'm looking forward to.
So let's dive into this particular series. This is the ZETRA114.7 series. What is the significance of this, and what's your plans for this particular series?
Okay, this will be the same at the end, the same cuts, but done in different ways. So maybe I will have only neon colors, maybe I will have only metallic, maybe I go tone in tone. I don't know yet. There will be 7 of those, and they will look completely different, I think. So yeah.
Awesome, man. It looks like we got a fresh bid on the scoreboard. 2 million sats from Mr. Immutable, another amazing Bitcoin artist, showing some love to ZETRA here. All right. Is there anything else? I think we've covered everything here. I want to talk about this T-shirt because it's getting a lot of compliments on the channels, and it really plays into your background as in fashion design. Do you want to tell us about the inspiration for this design?
Yeah, actually, it's the cutting from the artwork. No, it's the outlines that I put on the back, and yeah, I think it especially looks good if you stand next to your piece, if you are the winning bidder later on.
Yeah, that's right. So these are all numbered, and number 1 is going to the winner of the original artwork. So they will have they'll have the unique luxury of enjoying their artwork while also wearing this T-shirt that matches it.
Right, they are numbered, and the winner will have number 1.
Awesome.
Screen printed T-shirt. Yeah, and our favorite symbol on the front, on the chest.
Yeah, I especially like the symbol on the front because it has that street art vibe. You definitely get a feel for that here. The tagged B. It's so simple, but I feel like it represents your style so well.
Yeah, thanks.
All right,
actually,
dude. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
No, actually, I don't have that much more to say.
Okay. Well, one thing I do want to go through, I meant to do it before, but I missed it. I want to go through these detailed pictures of 114.7.1 because I feel like you really have to see this up close to fully appreciate it.
Yeah, you see all the small wood pieces came together. Yeah, you see the small gaps in between.
Yeah.
And of course, it's always different when you have the artwork in front of you. It looks 10 times better than on the pictures.
Yeah, but, there's no substitute, that's for sure. Seeing your artwork in Miami at the conference made that abundantly clear.
Yeah, and it's you saw the small ones. This is 60 and 60 centimeters, and on the fair you had the 40 or 40 centimeter ones.
Right.
So this is even more heavy, and you know how heavy they are already. So this is like 22-pound, really heavy.
Wow.
Artwork.
Yeah, this is a robust piece. You got a high quality frame on there as well.
And you don't see the hangers, for example. I integrated them into the piece.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you know because you hang it. But yeah, this is something I thought would be nice to have, as you have the big MFD plate. So I integrated them already.
Beautiful work, man. I love this piece. I'm excited to see how this unfolds over the next, what do we have? 47 and some change hours.
We forgot about the final of the European Championship.
Yeah, originally we forgot about the final. That's on me from my US-based Eurocentric nature. Forgot about the championship game going on in Europe. But this will end. What do we change it to? We changed it to 1800 in 20 minutes UTC. So we'll have plenty of time to finish up this auction before kickoff for the national championship. It's a good warm-up. If you're gearing up for the football game, get the adrenaline pumping by placing some big bids in the hot zone for this wonderful piece here.
Thank you, Chris.
All right, you gave us a good preview of some other stuff you're working on. Where should people go to stay up to date with your latest works?
Yeah, for now it's Twitter, but I will have a homepage online pretty soon, I think. And yeah, but I think Twitter is for us Bitcoiners the main source to get the news and the updates.
Right on. So that's ZETRA_art. You can stay up to date there. Look out for that that website coming shortly. And man, look, you're about to out here. It sounds like the ideas or the B presentation are flowing. It looks like you got a lot to show us here in the near future. Looking forward to seeing it.
Thanks, Chris.
All right, ZETRA, take care, man. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for having me, and see you soon.
All right, cheers.
Cheers, man.
All right, so we'll keep an eye on this auction. What else? Oh, I want to show you here. We have Mr. Immutable, who is a verified bidder. He's got the blue check mark. I guess it's not blue, more of a, I'm colorblind, so I probably shouldn't even guess. But you know, instead of having to put up sats with his bid, he's got his reputation on the line. That is a new feature we're rolling out to VIP bidders right now. We have a list of people we're reaching out to. If we haven't reached out to you so far, you may be on the list. We might be hitting you up shortly. But if you feel like you should be on here, we're looking for bidders who have shown that they'll come through in past auctions, and who also have a reputation on Twitter that can hold them accountable for their bids. If it's something you're interested in, hit me up on Twitter, Telegram, easy to find, and we'll see if we can hook you up. All right, so let's check in on the other auctions. All right, I'm going to try again to pronounce this right. I'm going to try real hard. Kialara 2015 original 1 BTC with gold unfunded. I'm probably still butchering it. I'm doing my best here. Let's see what's going on with this auction. So it looks like we have a couple bids on the board sitting at 200,000 sats right now by NA, another name that I'm probably butchering right now. I got a couple bidders in the mix going for this. A little backstory here, and this is all new to me. I'm learning as we go. But I mean, obviously, just looking at this thing, this is one of the most beautiful collectibles you can imagine in Bitcoin. This is the original series, from my understanding, 2015, created by artist Max Mellenbrutch. Oh, I'm just butchering them all today. This is great. There's 28 individual parts to this. And again, from my understanding, if you want to actually get to the private key of this, you have to destroy the piece itself. So about as cold as a cold storage can get. There are 100 in the series. This is number 90. It is serialized. And it's interesting that it's labeled 1 BTC while being unfunded. From my understanding, this speaks to, you know, the tradition of what was common at the time and made popular with the Cassatius coins of funded. Once it became more difficult to sell funded coins, Kialara came out with the unfunded model, but as an ode to its predecessors, stuck with the 1 BTC label. The idea here, again, from my understanding, is that you can use this for your own cold storage, and the suggested amount to hold in it is 1 BTC. So it's kind of a nice dose of Bitcoin collectible history in this beautiful artistic piece. This will be an interesting one to watch. This is being auctioned off by M.BTC, a prolific collector, especially of the hardware items in the space. Check out his My Citadel or Citadel 21 article on physical Bitcoins. It's a nice little rundown of the history of these artifacts. Talks about the Cassatius coins. Talks about the history of the Kialara, the BTCC coins. Very digestible, nice summary of the history of these wonderful pieces. So looking forward to see how this one unfolds. What do we have? We got one more. We got one more auction for you. Let's check in on it. It is Diario El Salvador La Ley Bitcoin edition. Again, the official announcement from the Diario El Salvador, the local newspaper in El Salvador, announcing that the government approved Bitcoin as legal tender. No bids on this yet. This is wide open. Get in there. This is this one's going to age nicely, I think. All right, I think that's all we want to cover for you today. I'll give you a rundown of how to place a bid one more time in case you joined us late. Just input how much you want to bid in sats here. We do the math with the USD conversion for you. We tell you how much you have to deposit as collateral. Input an email address with that bid and a display name with that bid. Oh, we have a pending bid in here from Whoop. We'll see if that comes through. And then you'll pay a Bitcoin invoice for your collateral amount here, preferably in Lightning to save on fees and to do it instantly, but you can also do it on chain. We also have the option to put a one-time fixed deposit down for unlimited bids and access to lower bids with your future bids in this auction. All right, I think that's all we have to cover. It's going to be an exciting weekend tracking all of these auctions. Some beautiful pieces up for auction here today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you soon.